All right, welcome to day two of the third week of the exhibition match in Grand Arena. And today it's going to be a special match. We've been matched up with Ender, and I've been looking forward to this ever since I saw that Ender was in my group. Ender is from the guild Kraken's Revenge, and he's a really good player. Is one of those players who not just has a great roster and great mods, but really knows how to play the game as well. And I'm probably going to be an underdog in this match, but really looking forward to this because these are the kind of matches which make things interesting. Ender is he's a Twitch streamer as well. Him and Ciro Kern, they have a channel called Cloud City Gamers, and they stream quite regularly on Twitch. I'll leave a link to the Twitch and the Discord server as well in the description of the video. Be sure to go and check them out. But he's a really good player, solid mods, a solid gearing on his characters, and really fast as well. If I sort by speed, you can see that his characters are way outmod my characters. I mean, his Revan is at 338. His Darth Basti is at 326 plus 170 speed. A really nasty Sith Empire team. His Spirit is at 300 speed, I think, and yeah, 300 speed. Stark is at 290, Nest is at 290, Bosk is at 295, Jedi Knight Revan is 310, and Thrawn is even faster than that. 298 speed Padme. Really well modded team, and it's going to be an uphill challenge, but I'll probably get demolished, but I'm going to try to make it at least a respectable match. Let's take a quick look at the stats comparison at the end of day one. So this is where we are at the end of one round. We have Evergoo, Two Legend Two, Ender, and me who've won one match each. And the specifically the matchup between me and Ender is is the interesting one where you see that the speed mods. He's got almost 50% more speed mods than me. I do have more Zetas than him, about eight more Zetas, but and we are about even, I believe, in terms of uh, G12 and G13. He's got a few more than me, but I think it's going to be an interesting match. Um, Yep. So let's go ahead and dig right into the defenses and offenses because I think it's this video is going to take a while. So let's not waste any more time. Okay. So none of us have attacked each other yet. It's been about 9 hours since the beginning of the attack phase, and I was dead sure that Ender was going to go defense heavy and keep his heavy stuff on defense in the front zones. But he has not. He's kept some relatively weaker teams up front. I have a feeling he might be, just tricking me into using some relatively stronger teams up here, and then he might be having some really, deadly teams out back. So that remains to be seen. But I'll tell you briefly about what I have done, and then we can go to the attack phase. So I've kept my Grievous team right up top over here with Newt. I think Zeta Newt is the best fifth in the Grievous team. And then I have a Separatist Scoundrel, a hybrid team that I've kept over here. And the main purpose of this team is just to draw out some meta teams. So Dooku and Droideka are going to go under stealth, and uh, and Nest is really fast, 289 or so. Goal is to get out front, apply days to all those counters which rely on turn meter regeneration, like troopers or Evox or EP. So all those will be shut down if Nest is in there. And we've got Mission and Zalbar who are basically a really good plug and play duo. You can plug them in anywhere and they'll do great. So we've got three characters who go into stealth, and you've got a couple of great tanks in Nest and Zalbar. So that's basically the rationale behind this team. Hoping that it sucks a really good counter out from here. And then what I've done is I've kept my Darth Revan over here with a really weak team, the Rex team. The main purpose of this team is just to gain turn meter when what with whatever counter they use, and then we've got a few cleansers over here, three of them in fact, and a lot of AOE. So the main purpose is just to not to give much major resistance, it's just to take down some banners if you're lucky. And then I've got my Darth Revan team. At the back of the Darth Revan zone, I've kept some really weak teams. I've kept my Evox, which will probably be Troopered, and I've kept a really weak Rebel team, which will probably be Wampad. I really wanted to save a decent amount for offense, which is why I was forced to keep weak defense out here behind the Darth Revan. I'm hoping that if he's kept his Darth Revan on defense behind, he might have some problems clearing this. But most likely he's going to clear my board and probably one shot it no problem. And behind the Grievous and the Dooku team, I've kept my Jedi Knight Revan and my Geos. Now Jedi Knight Revan and Geos are two teams which have few counters, but they are effective counters. But if you've already exhausted those two or three counters up front, then you may have trouble clearing these teams just because they've got so much regenerative power and so much staying power that it's a huge hassle. So I'm hoping that my opponent is able to is ends up using the Jedi Knight Revan team or Darth Revan if he's kept that on offense, or Treya, all of these teams on my first four walls, first four teams in the first two walls, and then struggles a little bit on this because my opponent is really strong and they've got a deeper roster than me in terms of B teams, and their B teams are much better than mine, Ender's B teams. So I can't hope to win this match on efficiency. Um, and if I went offense heavy, he would probably beat me on offense better. My only hope is to clear his board, and if I take less efficiency, I'm hoping that he trips up on some of my teams over here and ends up not clearing this section. This is the section that I have the most hope on, much more than the Darth Revan section. My only hope of winning this match is him not clearing this section. It's far shot. I don't think it's going to happen, and I'll most likely end up taking a loss in this match. But at least I think I'm going to end up giving a fight in this match. All right, so let's go ahead and see what my opponent has kept here. So Ender's kept a weak rebel team over here and Nest with a Karth team, which might be a little tricky. I'll have to pull in something decent for that. And below, he's kept his really good Ewoks and well-geared bounty hunter teams. Now, these are typically B teams, but just because of the way they're geared and modded, they're almost eight tier status. I mean, look at his Django. Django is at 285 speed before his speed bump, and Bosk is at 295 speed with 106% tenacity. So my regular counters that I use for the bounty hunters will probably not be effective over here. I'll probably have to go in heavy on this team. So the goal for me would be to not over kill these teams and try to just finish them with enough efficiency and save all my major meta teams for the back because I really don't know what he's kept at the back. I have to assume the worst. I have to assume that he's kept Darth Revan, uh, Padme or Grievous and Geos and Night Sisters. Those are the strongest teams that my opponent has, and they're really well modded, all of these teams. So I need to save my best counters for the back and try to clear these teams with the minimum possible. So let's go after his rebel team first. And this team has got relatively weak characters, not that fast, so I think I can trooper them. So let me go ahead and use that counter against this. My troopers are all G11, but I think well they definitely outspeed that rebel team, and I think they should be able to finish these guys off. There is a lot of protection on them, but I think we'll do okay. Let's go after Jin, and okay, Jin is out. Now let's take care of Leia. A lot of counters in this team. And it is good. Keeping bigs is actually really good and prevents the cheap trooper counter, just because bigs gains a lot of turn meter every time that a empire attacks him. So that makes it a little tougher. But having said that, these troopers do have a lot of really good anti rebel synergy as well. So taking these guys out shouldn't be a problem. The only thing is we've got, let's just see if we've got full protection on everyone. Hopefully this should get them back to full health and full protection. Okay, 60 banners. So that went off okay. Let's clear off the other team over here, see what's at the back, and then we can decide how much overkill to do in the zone below. Now, this is a little tricky. It's got nest in there, and the nest is pretty fast, I think. Let me see how much. 289. All right. So I'm going to have to use a JTR for this, I think. JTR with the Holdo should probably apply enough days to control these guys pretty well. And I'll need to control Nest right from the beginning. So let's just use our standard JTR team against that, and hopefully we should clear it without Nest giving us too much problem. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do is reduce turn meter on Nest, and it's a good thing that we managed um, to daze her and ability block her. I'm going to go after Candrass now. Okay, managed to land the stun. I'm going to save the dispel for now because Zalbar is going to end up taunting pretty soon. Going to apply some daze though. Okay, uh, let's get some exposers out and get rid of that, and hopefully take care of Candrass. Okay, things are getting dicey over here. Um, Holdo is almost gone and probably will be gone by the next turn. Let's what do I want to do? Let's apply some days on mission. I don't want her assisting. And let's work on Candrass. Let's see if we can't stun Nest. Okay, so Candrass took out. Okay, let's take out Candrass in one shot. All right, so Nest is going to be a problem with all the countering. Uh, okay, let's apply some more exposers. Dispel this guy. And try to apply days on Nest, which is great. And then let's try to take out mission first. Let's hide R2. Okay, she's gone. Now let's see if we can't work on Nest. Okay, big hit. Come on. Ah, almost. All right. Let's keep working on Nest with basics. We should be able to get it down, but we are going to end up losing some banners. Okay, let's try to recover some protection. Basics, and the reason we're using basics is because Nest is exposed. So anytime you use specials, her turn meter gets reduced, but you want her to take a turn. So you use basics until she comes out of her stun, and then we can land a big hit on her. Because otherwise, she's not going to end up taking any turns at all. Right, see now she's out of a stun. Now we land a big hit and clear her off. So 53, which is not great. I ended up losing a lot of protection and health. And I really wanted to be as close to 60 as possible. But let's see what's at the back, and then we can decide how else to tackle this. Grievous, as expected, and Padme, and that's going to make it problematic because his Padme team is really well modded. It's like 298. All right. So that's going to be problematic, but it makes things interesting. So his Grievous team doesn't have Newt, but it does have all the Zetas, including the one on Droidica. So it's going to be a tough team to take out. Um, hmm. Maybe I have to use my Padme against that and use Treya against Padme. I really don't know what else to use against Padme over here. But let's clear up this team first, and then see what's at the back, and then we can decide what kind of offense to take against them. So against the Ewoks, I'm probably going to go with my uh, Wampa with Hermit Yoda and Bassi. There's a lot of the debuffs are not going to land just because there's a lot of protection up. There's a lot of cleansers as well in case Wampa gets dazed. So I'm hoping that this should do the job. I think I should go first with Basti's speed bump. Let's go after Elder. All right. So the good thing about using these two is these two usually will go first and call Wampa, and Wampa ends up gaining 20% turn meter each time because he's buffed. And that means that Wampa ends up getting 40% turn meter on top of whatever he already had, which will make him go before almost anyone over there in the team. Oh God, what the hell? Oh, this is happening again. It's always with the Ewoks. Damn. So this is the third time that I'm getting this phone freeze. Okay, this is terrible. And this time I made sure that I closed all my apps and restarted the phone as well, just to make sure that these kind of errors don't happen. But it looks like my phone is frozen again. Ah, that's terrible. No, I'm going to end up losing this particular match just because of that. And I'm going to end up losing my Wampa as well, along with the Basti. Nope, the app is frozen. I don't know if it's an issue with my app or on the SWGOH app or the phone itself, but this is terrible. Bad luck. All right, let me. I'll have to just go in and use some other team to take this out now. But uh, but yeah, but losing 20 banners is not ideal in a close match like this. It's gonna end up costing us the match most likely. Okay. All right, I'm gonna exit the app now and restart, and hoping that something like this doesn't happen again. Okay, so I'm restarting the app. Um, I would have lost one match against the Evox, which is unfortunate. Um, yeah, I don't know what the outcome of this match is going to be, but I'm not going to win unless my back zone holds and I'm able to full clear this team. So it's probably I think 90% I'm going to lose this. I probably had a little bit of hope if I one shot those Evox, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I'm probably going to lose this particular matchup. I really need to change my phone. This is terrible. It's the third time it's happening. Okay, let's go in and see what else we can take against these Ewoks. Against the bounty hunters, I think I'm going to go with my CLS against the bounty hunters first, finish that off, and uh, and then see what else I want to take against these guys. Okay, this is the team I'm going to go with against the bounty hunters. Django is really fast, and so is Bosk. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stun Bosk first. and try to finish him off. Just because both Django and Boba have a lot of AoEs, and I can always get rid of them with that. Okay, let's finish off Django first, and then Boba. All right, and then let's get some healing up on Scarab Rebel Pathfinder, full protection on CLS, and once we get rid of this team, we have to figure out what to do with the Evox. Okay. What do I have left for the Evox? I really want to see what's behind this. I have a feeling there's going to be Darth Revan behind this. So I want to save my Padme. I want to save my crew. And I want to save my Treya as well, and my sisters. I think maybe EP can take care of the Evox. Oh, but Days really neutralizes them, which is terrible. Maybe I can use my bounty hunters. I think I'll have to do that. I wanted to save my bounty hunters also for the back, but I may just end up having to use it against these guys. The Paplu is pretty fast as well, 206 without the bonus. That means effectively 250, 260 speed. But my Bosk is faster, and think uh, I think those guys should be able to take care of this. Now, should I go Django lead or Bosk lead? That's the big question. Django lead would let me apply burning, mm, which will stop that turn meter train. But Boss Leave gets a lot of survivability. Okay, let's just go with the with Boss Lead. Okay, okay. Um, I don't know if this will work. Those are gold Evox, and I'm always nervous around gold Evox. I was in fact thinking of using CLS against these guys. Okay, where's Elder? Let me actually get an ability block on Elder, get some thermals out, and get some burning also out. Some more thermals. And just start working on Paplu. Let's see if we can't kill Elder. Almost. Okay, hopefully, can this be evaded? Oh, it can be. He's got foresight, so I'll have to use a basic. Okay, Elder's gone. I'm feeling much better about this. Let's go after Wicket. Okay, now this match is more or less in control. Let's go after Logray now, and I should end with full health and full protection. Lay the burning down. Yep. Now this match is much under control. I'm glad I went with the Bosk lead, just because there was no way I would have been able to inflict full health and full protection on Django lead. So this is way better. Okay. Let's see what is behind this zone. 40. So ended up losing 20 because My Basti failed, but I bet we'll see Night Sisters and maybe Darth Revan as well. Night Sisters and Geos. Excellent. So we are facing a pretty tough defense. And yeah, as I guessed, my opponent kept everything at the back and tried to trip me up into using some meta teams in the front, which I think I managed to save all my meta teams for the back, but I just have to be able to be efficient over here. So good news is my opponent does not have as much on defense as on offense as I thought. So he doesn't have his Grievous, he doesn't have his Padme and Geos and Night Sisters. So I'm hoping that Ender struggles a little bit on my defense. They still have their CLS Treya and Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan as well. So he'll probably use his Darth Revan over here, use his Jedi Knight Revan against my Grievous, I think, and probably save Treya for the end and JTR as well. But I'm hoping that if only Treya is left when he comes to this zone, then I'm hoping maybe he might try to use his Treya against JTR, against the JKR, and he'll use a Jedi training raid team against the bugs. But I'm hoping that that one of those two teams holds. So what do I do against the sisters and these guys? I think this is definitely the tougher wall. Um, I'll have to use Treya against Padme. I don't think I have anything else that can take out Padme. I do have my own Padme team, which I'll probably use against the sisters. Let's rearrange our offensive options. What I have available at the top. I have crew, which is great news. I was saving crew with to be used along with Padme in case he kept his Darth Revan. I have my um, prepared team. I have Treya. It's actually a good thing I kept a heavy defense, a heavy offense. I have my Palp team and I have my sisters team. Okay, how do I maximize my banners with the teams that I have left? I've got 6 teams and I need only 4 of these. So I think the 4 strongest teams that I have is probably going to be Padme, Crew, Treya, and Night Sisters. And then we have prepared an EP team as secondary teams to do cleanup, which I'm sure we're going to need on the General Grievous team. So, what can we do? So Padme against Night Sisters, probably undersized. Um, or maybe Padme against Grievous. Hmm. What do I use against Night Sisters then? Treya against Padme, definitely. I think that is the only thing which will work. So let's go ahead and do that because the others I can figure out. Against Padme, I don't think I can use any of these other teams apart from Treya. So, and unfortunately, the Padme is really fast, 298. So I won't. My Thrawn is not going to be able to go first. She's going to get her protection up, or probably going to stun one of the characters. But mm, yeah, let's just use our Treya team and see what happens over here. I need to get a fracture on Kenobi and isolate on Padme, or fracture on Padme and isolate on Kenobi, one of these two. But yeah, let's make sure I'm getting into the right team. Okay, Padme. And yeah, I think this is the only team which can take out Padme. Now the problem is, what do I use against the Geos? I don't have my JTR. That's going to be problematic, but let's take it one step at a time. So she's going to go first. All right, this is great news. I'm going to fracture him, and isolate Treya. Okay, now the battle should be more in control. All right, let's target Annie first. Let's pass this back to Scion and annihilate. Who do I annihilate? Let me just get rid of Padme. Okay, hopefully this gets rid of Annie. Now the battle should be very much in control. Yeah, I don't think I had any other team that could have taken out Padme, and this was a really strong Padme team as well. So I need to figure out, yeah, I need to figure out what to do against these other teams. Probably won't be able to clear, but I'm going to try my best. I was hoping to use Treya against the bugs. Mm, but we'll have to figure out something else for the bugs now, unfortunately. Okay, who else can we top off? Let's top off Scion because he's pretty close. Not that banners will matter, I think, over here. What's going to end up mattering is whether I'm able to prevent Ender from clearing my zones, and I don't know if that's going to happen. I think he's going to end up definitely clearing me, and I'm going to end up losing on efficiency. It's because I lost 20 banners over there. Okay, and I ended up using my bounty hunter team, which I really could have used over here. How fast are these guys? 236. It's a pretty fast Grievous. 236 with 117k health. Those are crazy mods. And how fast is the B1? 250 with an offense set, so is built to hit hard. B2, I bet, has a lot of tenacity. Modded for potency. Okay, so that's going to give a lot of turn meter to the team. Okay, so 250 something. All right. We'll have to figure out what to do for this. Maybe Padme? Or maybe I don't think Crew is going to be able to do anything. The sisters I can probably use against one of the other teams below. I think it's a good thing I kept my sisters on offense. I know that the sisters can definitely remove the geos under a Mother Talzin lead. They can also be used in a mirror against a Sarge. What else can I use against Night Sisters? I don't think I'll be able to use my EP team against that. Hmm, this is going to be tough. If I use my Padme, so Padme is definitely going to be able to take out the sisters pretty easily, but that leaves me with almost nothing to take out the Grievous team because Padme is a decently strong counter to the Grievous team as well. Hmm. So if I use Padme against Grievous, maybe Crew against the sisters? That's extremely dicey. Maybe I can clean up with some of these other teams. And then sisters against the Geos. I might just have to do that. I hate using Crew against sisters. It's never really worked for me. Yeah, it might just have to be a combination of Crew and EP against the sisters. Hmm. Or maybe, I can probably use Padme against the sisters, get some banners there, use Night Sisters against the Geos, get some banners there, and then throw the rest of what I have against Grievous, because Grievous team is something which can be whittled down bit by bit. So maybe throw my Crew, my EP, my Prepared Scoundrels, all of them against the the Grievous team and hope to take it down. That might be a cleaner way to do it, I think, because the Grievous team is going to give me multiple battles. There's no doubt about that. Um, yeah, let's just do that because this is a really good sisters team. Zombie and Spirit are both G13. Look at that, 82k health on Zombie. You need something like Courage to take this down. I won't be able to do this with my regular EP team. Spirit is extremely fast as well, 300, and with 4,700 offense. That's way more offense than my Night Sister, which is my Spirit, which is modeled for offense. All right, so let's do that. I think we'll use a Padme against this, and I'm not going to go undersized. I need all the banners that I can get. I need all the um, you know a surety of a victory that I can get. So let me just go in with my my regular Padme team against that. Okay, let's do this. All right. So they're going to go first and do all sorts of stuff. Now I'm going to give this to Anakin so that he can apply some buff immunity. Clear it. And let's go after Daka. So one revive is done. So protection up is there. So now it's no issue. We're going to be able to, they're not going to be able to land any debuffs, so that's fine. Um, I can probably get rid of Daka, or there's a lot of stacks over here. Probably get some health down on Talzin. Okay, so this will get rid of Daka for good. Yeah, courage is the only thing that can take care of that zombie with that much health. Okay, this should finish off Talzin, and this should take care of Daka. Um, Asajj. Let me land a confused over here so that she doesn't taunt. And then we can get rid of Asajj, get rid of Spirit. No way to recover protection in this team, but at least let's recover full health and call everyone to assist and finish her off. Yeah, 80k health on Zombie. There's just no way any other team would have been successful against that. Um, yep. Padme would have been much better against Grievous, but then I wouldn't have had anything left to clear the Night Sister team. All right, now let's use our 1,000 lead Night Sisters against the Geos. I don't have Treya, which would have been my first choice. I don't have what else can take out the geos? Well, none of the Revens I have as well. So it's going to be tricky, but I think Talzin Lead's sister should be able to do the job against these guys. I do have a G13 Dhaka who should help, um, but uh, but yeah, things can go south pretty fast. But I'm just hoping that I have some good RNG over here. Okay, let's see what happens. So I'm going to wait for the plague. I'm just going to use a special over here. Dispel this guy. Okay, so now that the healing is gone, I can now apply the plague on this guy's next turn. So he's already used his cleanse. Poggle has the other cleanse, so I'm going to stun him for now. Uh, and let's apply some plague now. Hopefully now the plague should spread. AoE is always good against these guys. Stun. Okay, so I've exhausted both of my revives, so no more free revives for me now. Still locked behind the stun, behind the taunt. Plague has spread quite a lot. All right, now we're going to have, let's clear this over here and let's start assisting from the grave. And let's see if we can't take this guy down. Almost. Let's assist from the grave. AoE. Some more plague. So stuns are the only way to really control these guys. Assist from the grave, and this should finish them off. Yep. All right. Whew. That was exciting. All right. So we managed to kill this team first shot. Not really bothered about banners right now. The main thing was it was one shot. Now comes the problematic scenario. Now we need to clear Grievous without. Yeah, we need to whittle down the Grievous team and hope that we are able to do a decent job over here. It probably might take 2 or 3 teams to get this done, but let's see what works. The good thing is G13 Grievous, he kills his own team quite a lot, so so I think as long as I have people to hang around, I should be able to I should be able to whittle this team down bit by bit. I've got 3 teams left. I've got my prepared team, I've got my EP team, and I have my crew team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go in with my EP team first. That seems to be the weakest team, and I think Stun should be able to control these guys. Let's go in with my Empire team and see if we can't. Let's see, who else do we have? Maybe I take my probe droid and try to blow some of these guys up. Or maybe I should save my EP team for a little later so that I can blow up Grievous or somebody else with a probe droid. Hmm. Mm, what else do I have? I have got crew. Mm, yeah, these guys will be taken out pretty easily. and I have my EP team and prepared scoundrels. Okay, let's see. Maybe we use. You know what? Let's just go with the EP team initially. You know what? The EP team is really not going to survive much. Can they? Question is, can they survive enough to take down Grievous? At least one or two droids. You know what? I think the most survivable team out of all these is the prepared scoundrel team. So I'm going to just go in with my prepared team and hope that they survive for a little bit at least, so that I can take out a couple of droids, and then we'll try to clean up with some of the other teams that we have. It's going to be dicey, but let's see. Okay, let's keep taunting. Um, let's do a basic. Oh wow, these guys really get eaten up. Nope, this was the wrong move. Okay, let's see if at least we can't get a little bit of the health down. Nah, that was bad. Okay, let's uh, let's see if we can't do anything with the EP team. We may not be able to get the Grievous team down. I don't think we have any premium teams left, but we're going to give it a shot. Let's see. EP team. Nah, yeah, I don't think these guys will be able to do anything much. I should have probably backed out of the last battle, not giving turn meter, but at least the they were on cooldown, so there's at least that. Wow, not even a single turn. Oh, beautiful. Well, good news is EP is at least eating them up little by little. So maybe I just throw my tanky tunes in there one by one. I save my crew for now. Just throw my. Mm, can I maybe go in with crew and I should have probably gone in with my IPD before itself to try to take it down with EP, but I probably wouldn't have gotten a turn. This guy would have finished it off. Maybe crew and Barris. I don't think this is going to have any effect at all. It's a really good Grievous team, and I probably won't be able to clear this zone. Maybe if I had Basti with me, that might have been helpful. Okay, so Barris is gone. Let's take out the Staunt. Let's see if you can land a stun on. Oh, no, this is not going to go anywhere. Okay. Yep, I don't think we're going to be able to clear the Grievous team, unfortunately. So it looks like since I've left a reasonably easy defense, apart from the two Jedi Knight Revens, I think my opponent is going to clear me pretty easily. Ender's going to have, maybe he might have some issue with this, but I think with multiple shots, he'll be able to get it down. But yeah, I mean, these teams will be a piece of cake for him, as well as the other two easy teams that I've left in front over here. All of the stuff will be a piece of cake. So it looks like I probably won't clear this zone. What else do I have? Maybe let me see if I can get some really heavy tanks to try to survive a little bit. Which sit do I have left? Okay, let me just throw some stuff over here, see if I can't, if Grievous can't kill his own team little by little. B1 ends up healing these guys, that's the problem. Yeah, this is not going to go anywhere. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if my IPD can survive long enough to at least take out one of these guys. Let's just go with some random tunes. And then let's plug in the IPD over here and see what sticks. He'll probably be taken out first. One AoE and he's done. There you go. There, IPD's gone. Yeah, as long as B1 is around, it's nothing's happening because he heals up the team too fast. Okay, looks like this team is not going anywhere, so we're gonna leave it as is. Yeah, if I had my Jedi Knight Revan, maybe if I hadn't kept it on defense, this team would have been a piece of cake. But I ended up keeping it on defense, which may have been a mistake, if especially if Ender is able to clear the zone. So my only hope is if Ender ends up using his Treya um, and Revan team up here, because the only thing he has left, since he's kept his Grievous on defense, the only thing he has left to take out, let's see what he has left to take out the JKR team. Um, the Jedi Knight Revan team he can probably take out with the Mirror or with the Darth Revan, which he'll probably use below over here. And he'll probably use Jedi Knight Revan over here. So Treya is the only other thing. So my only hope is if he uses Treya against this team over here, or if he decides to use Treya against one of these teams, maybe the Geo team or uh, or Revan. But yeah, most likely he's gonna end up clearing. I think even if it takes him 2-3 battles, he's gonna end up clearing this, and I will end up losing this particular match, 1638. All right, so I'm really curious to see the result. I am about to head to bed now, but tomorrow I will wake up and hopefully Ender would have attacked by then, and I'll get to see the results. So I will definitely share the final results with you guys. This has actually been a really exciting match. It's been a long time since I'd had to really think outside the box and think so creatively to come up with the solution to this defenses. I think I did made the right call by taking Padme over here because I don't think I would have been able to clear this Night Sister team otherwise. It's a really really deadly Night Sister team, and yep, I don't think apart from Treya and Night Sisters, I don't think anything else could have cleared the Geo team as well. So I think I did okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate I wasn't able to clear the Grievous team. It is a tough team to go against, but it is what it is. So I will keep you guys updated. Let's see what feats I have completed. I think I've completed a couple of them. Oh, I've got promoted to a rhodium. Okay, so that's great. And then I have won 12 Grand Arena battles on first attempt. Only thing left is an undersized squad, which shouldn't be an issue. In the next match, I'll probably get it done. We've got a lot of time for that. Ooh, so we get two Zetas for getting promoted to Kyber. That's uh, that's interesting. So that should definitely be interesting. Two Zetas and two Omegas. That's and 200 crystals. So those are decent rewards. I think I'll get to Kaiba even with one loss for today. I think if I do a good job winning the others, I should be able to get to Kaiba just because of I've completed all of the feats. But uh, but yeah, I'll probably drop in the rankings after this loss. But it was a really good match, really interesting match, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope to get more opponents like this in the future, which will make this mode even more interesting. It's definitely much more exciting playing against tough opponents like these than it was, playing against opponents who wouldn't even attack your defenses like would happen in my regular Grand Arena. But this is good. All right, so I'll give you guys an update a little later. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys again after a couple of days for round uh, three of week three. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.